Hello, hello, my friends. It is time for my July candle empties. Same outfit, doing a little bit of batch filming. So if you caught my video yesterday where I was talking about my top 10 fall Cringle fragrances, you may be aware that there will probably be a little bit of background noise going on in this video because my children are home. I hope that is not too much of a distraction, but this is a video series that I like to do twice a month on my channel where I talk about the candles that I finished burning this month, because I do dedicated reviews, I do cold sniff impressions, and I feel like this is like the full circle of a candle's life for me. Would I repurchase it? How was the burn performance all the way down? I give you all of that information. And one of the things that I do like to do in this video is I oftentimes insert some B-roll as I am talking about these candles, so that way you can get an up-close view of what these candles look like as they burned all the way down. I do tend to be a little bit verbose, so I'm going to try to cut this introduction down a little bit. However, I do want to just give a quick little PSA. I will make sure that I do that at the end of this video for you guys in case you're not interested in that. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the candles that I finished burning this month. Let's go ahead and start with a fragrance that I love. I have been familiar with it, but I've never had it in this format. This is Kringle Candle's Sugared Diamonds. So the fragrance notes listed here are strawberry, red berry, baked pastry, banana, oats, cinnamon, clove, vanilla, cooked sugar. If you have Fruit and Flakes from the brand, this is Fruit and Flakes in their 3-wick version. I do believe that they are discontinuing Fruit and Flakes in the 2 wicks. I think that Sugar Diamonds is still around. Now you will see here, I don't know what happened to the wax. I think what ended up happening was once I saw that this had extinguished itself, I didn't really let the wax completely harden until before I moved the candle. And so it just got a little wild looking there. It looks actually kind of gross, to be honest with you. It doesn't smell gross. I still smell that beautiful kind of like oat cereal, almost like a cornflake type of cereal, but there's a little bit of a banana note in the background. It's a wonderful gourmand fragrance. Hint of spice, because you've got a little bit of those, like that clove note that's listed in there, as well as cinnamon, a little bit of like a sugary aspect to it. This is a wonderful, wonderful fragrance. It's actually one of my favorite fragrances that Cringle offers. And I enjoyed pairing this with, what were the other ones that I burned this with? I burned this with banana bread. I burned it with hummingbird tea cake. It's a really good, I feel like it's a good year-round fragrance. I probably wouldn't burn it so much like in late fall or around the holidays, but starting back up again after the holidays, it's just a good one. I do have a large 2-wick of Fruit and Flakes still in my collection. So once I burn through that one, if this candle is still around, I would repurchase it. All right, let's talk about a HOMEWORX candle that I had never tried before but had always intrigued me. This is Beach Bonfire. So the fragrance notes on Beach Bonfire are smoked birch, cypress, ocean mist, and amber. The pour date on this candle was November 23rd of 2023. And you're gonna see in here, it's pretty gross. My friend Greg over at All About Candles, you guys need to go give him a follow. He is hysterical and I love him. But we go back and forth about how gross it is that we catch bugs with a lot of our candles. Now, this was obviously not catching it in my home like this, but the final burn of this candle, I did let it burn outside. I will say that I loved the fragrance on this. If you happen to like Winter Fireside from HOMEWORX, which I have over and over again told you guys that was my gateway candle to the HOMEWORX brand. That was the candle that got me hooked. I loved the fragrance on that. It's definitely a smoky, like incense, clove type of fragrance. This is Winter Fireside's summer sister. Very similar aspect. I don't really want to stick my nose in this because of the bugs. It's kind of grossing me out. But there is that smoky element to it. There's a little bit more of like a sea salt note, I feel like, in the background on this. There's something about this that just feels a lot more summery, beachy, but also like a bonfire that you would have going on, on the beach. It's still smoky and whatnot. Now, the one thing I will say about this candle, it was very strong. It performed well for me. I would give it a solid, I know that I did kind of like a post-burn review on this in my July candle chat video, the one that I posted about a month ago. I want to say that I ranked this candle around like an 8. It was pretty strong in my home. However, the one thing that I did notice with this candle, I do think that there is an oil in here. One, it did burn a little bit dirtier. I felt like the wax looked dirtier. It looked a little bit murkier when it was burning. And two, I don't have this happen with a lot of candles, but I did notice that this was one of those fragrances that the next morning, I would typically burn this in the evening, and the next morning I would notice that my eyes, you know, like when you've been exposed to something that's giving you a bit of an allergy, but like they weren't like swollen shut or anything, but like, you know, when you wake up with puffier eyes, if there was something that you were allergic to the day before. And every time I burn this candle in the evenings, I woke up with my eyes feeling a little bit itchy. So that is the only thing that would give me some hesitancy to repurchase this candle. And you can see that the reason why I had a bunch of bugs in it is because on its final burn, I did go ahead and just burn it outside on my back porch to just let it finish its life out there, because I was concerned about having the itchy eye effect. Another candle that, oh my goodness, Harry, you need to bring this back every year. Like every year. Please bring it into like your permanent collection, because this fragrance is amazing. This is Key Lime Cake. I did purchase this in a duo from the QVC website. I do have a dedicated review on this. Fragrance notes are fluffy white cake, tart key lime, orange zest, vanilla bean frosting. The pour date on this candle is February 17th of 2024. Burned beautifully all the way down. If you like Yankee Candle's Vanilla Lime, you will like this one. Now, I did burn them side by side with each other, and I will say that this one has a little bit more of like a vanilla accord in there. Maybe not as lime intense, but you'd still definitely, I mean, you would definitely feel like this is like a lime cake type of scent. This is one of my favorite fragrances for the summertime. Pretty much like May and June, I love like lime fragrances. Definitely, I would repurchase this one. This is one that if I was not a candle reviewer, this is a fragrance that I would want in my collection regardless. It is such a nice fragrance. Performance was pretty good for me. If I do have dedicated reviews on any of these, you guys, they will be linked in the description box down below. I do tend to put timestamps down there as well, so that way if you ever want to go back and reference any of the candles that I'm talking about here, then you can do so. I'm going to go ahead and move a couple of these out of the way so that way I know what ones I've already talked about. Oh, okay, that was a little noisy. All right, I finished up a lot of HOMEWORX candles this month, you guys. Sorry, I'm trying not to say you guys anymore, and eventually I'll get it, but patience with me while I am still refining my on-camera skills. All right, Farmstand Peach. I have heard so many people love this candle and rave about it for years. This year is the year that I decided to go ahead and dive in and try it for myself. Fragrance notes on this candle are ripened peach, mandarin, peach blossom, sugared vanilla. I have a pour date of November 1st, 2023 on this candle. And I see the hype on it. Now, I will tell you, my husband detests peach fragrances, so I did not burn this while he was home. In fact, over this last month, he's actually had a couple of trips that have taken him out of town, so it gave me perfect opportunity to burn this one a little bit more. Now, you will see that the wax looks, again, kind of weird, like almost like some weird like soot spots in the wax there. Although I will admit that sometimes with HOMEWORX candles, when I know that like there's just like the tiniest amount of wax in there, I will let them just burn until they burn themselves out. So sometimes that means that I light them in the morning and I don't extinguish it until the evening, just because I'm kind of by that point, I'm like, I'm over it, and let's go ahead and finish this one up and move it out. But this was a really good performer for me, very strong. Again, probably a good solid 8. I did purchase this directly from the Slatkin & Co. website a couple of months ago, and I was very pleased with the performance. Is it a candle that I will repurchase? Probably not, just simply because my husband doesn't like peach fragrances, and but I do think that it was a nice a nice fragrance. One of the candles that I really enjoyed burning with Farmstand Peach is Vanilla Bean Ice Cream. Now, I did purchase 2 of these for this summer, and this was the second one that I finished burning. Fragrance notes on here are Madagascar vanilla bean, caramel cream, cinnamon, crystallized sugar. This one has a pour date of November 23rd, 2023. And you can see this one, you guys, burned almost good to the last drop. It burned all the way down. This is a very authentic vanilla bean ice cream type of fragrance. I really like this one. It's authentic. It reminded me of a good creamy ice cream, but it also blended really nicely with, you know, some other fragrances, kind of especially like a fruit fragrance like Farmstand Peach or Farmstand Strawberry. It's just a very versatile fragrance, as most vanilla candles are. I did do a dedicated review on this. I feel like the greatest strength and throw that this one got was probably around a 6. Vanilla fragrances by nature are usually not powerhouses, but it is a fragrance that I would consider repurchasing again to have in my collection next year. And then let's go ahead and talk about this one, because I've talked about this a little bit already here on my channel. This is Blueberry Cheesecake. Fragrance notes on here are wild Maine blueberry, cheesecake accord, blackberry jam, brown sugar crust. This specific candle has a pour date of June 9th of 2023. Now, I believe it was I think it was Kevin Inanao. I can't pronounce his last name correctly. It's like I'm having issues here pronouncing things. He had talked about, he had purchased Blueberry Cheesecake, and he's heard so many people rave about it, and he had a really bad experience with his. He said that it just didn't perform very well. He didn't really get the fragrance notes that were listed on this. And I actually remembered commenting on that video because I've had this candle, I think, 4 times before. It is one of my favorite fragrances from the HOMEWORX brand since they launched this fragrance. However, this candle here, this is a mispour. This is not the same Blueberry Cheesecake fragrance that I've had before. So I was telling him, I said, I don't know if you happen to have gotten a bad batch like I did, because I was just sharing my experience with this one. This candle to me actually smelled more like the, oh, what was it? Like moldberry cobbler. It's like a mix between like moldberry cobbler or the triple berry pie. This is not, this one that I got, this is not Blueberry Cheesecake. I purchased this candle way back, I think during National Fragrance Week back in March. And I remembered getting this in, and on cold sniff, I was like, oh, this is not the same fragrance. So I don't know what happened. Again, you guys, this is an older pour. This is a pour from over a year ago. So just be aware, you know, that is one of the downsides sometimes, but my performance on this candle was good. I will say that the strength and throw was pretty decent on this one, but it was not the Blueberry Cheesecake fragrance. So I'm hoping I will be able to get an actual Blueberry Cheesecake fragrance again in my collection. I probably won't do that until next spring or so, but I do like this scent a lot. I actually really enjoyed pairing this with the Farmstand Peach fragrance because, like I said, it wasn't the normal Blueberry Cheesecake fragrance. I did finish up a country candle, one of their limited edition summer scents. This is Pina Colada. Now, you will see that the vessel looks a little bit sooty here, and that is because, like I said, I knew that I was getting close to the end of this candle, and I did just kind of let it burn. And this one was decent. This is a very authentic Pina Colada type of fragrance. You get that pineapple in there with a little bit of coconut in the background. It's more pineapple forward to my nose. Makes you want to just stick a straw in there and drink it. I mean, that's how authentic it smells to me. It was an okay performer. It wasn't mind-blowing. It performed a lot better in a bedroom or like in more of like a closed concept. Didn't do so well out in the open concept. But yeah, it's okay. I don't think that I will repurchase it, but I was glad to go ahead and try it out. Another HOMEWORX candle that I did finish burning is Bing Cherry Cola. This was from their Carnival collection this year. Fragrance notes on this are effervescent cola, wild cherry, sparkly lime, sugared vanilla. Pour date on this one is December 26th of 2023. Again, this one burned almost good to the last drop all the way down. This also was not a very strong fragrance for me. Again, performed better in a smaller room, not as well in the open concept. In the open concept, actually it threw well, but the fragrance itself wasn't very, very strong. So I would give this candle a stronger throw than I would like a strength score on it. But this is very authentic cherry cola type of scent. To be honest with you guys, with like fruit fragrances, cherry is usually not high up there in terms of fragrances that I prefer. I do like citrus fragrances. I do like orange, lemon, lime, but cherry, not so much my jam. Grapefruit, not so much my jam. Grape, same kind of thing. Like there are some grape fragrances that I think are done well, but this one, it won't be a repurchase for me. But HOMEWORX did send that one to me in PR, and I was thankful to them for sending it to me. I think these last couple of candles here, now that I'm looking at it, I think, yeah, so that one was sent to me in PR, and these other two candles that I'm going to talk about here were also sent to me in PR. This is Powdered Sugar Crepe from HOMEWORX. Fragrance notes here are warm vanilla crepe, freshly ground cinnamon, melted butter, powdered sugar. Pour date also on this one of December 26th, 2023. I actually finished burning this one this morning. Powdered Sugar Crepe, I did do a post-burn review on this. This is in the fragrance family of sugared beignets, hot cider donut, funnel cake, what's the other one? Harvest donut. If you tend to like that fragrance family, kind of more of like a fried dough with that cinnamon note in here, I will say there's not as much apple in here as like hot cider donut, but they're all siblings to each other. So if you like that fragrance family, then I think that you would enjoy this. However, I will say that this one was a lot lighter in nature. This one is not as dominating or as house filling as, say, funnel cake or hot cider donut. Those two have been like the strongest performing for me of that family. This is more in line with how sugared beignets performed for me. Around like a 6, I would say, in terms of strength and throw. This one, again, performed a lot better if I had it in a closed concept bedroom more than the open concept living room out here. And then the final candle, you guys, I am actually really surprised that I burned through this one as quickly as I did, because I actually just got this candle at the beginning of the month. I did my post-burn review on it. I think last Friday is when I uploaded that. Caramel apple. I've already finished it, you guys. Fragrance notes here of red apple, caramel drizzle, vanilla bean, cinnamon. I have a pour date here of March 12th, 2024. And you can see that I've already burned this one down. Now this one, it extinguished itself before all of the wax was done on this one. We all know, you've seen here, some HOMEWORX candles, they will burn all the way down till to the metal of the wick clip, it seems like. And other ones will extinguish themselves earlier than that. Good solid 8 in terms of strength and throw. This is a very, very solid performer. If you like Bath & Body Works Cider Lane, if you like Bath & Body Works Summer Boardwalk, it is a different fragrance. This is more in line with Cider Lane than it is Summer Boardwalk, because there's no like popcorn element to this, but this is very authentic to what you are seeing on the label here. Just this like gooey, almost creamy caramel type of covering on a good sweet apple. Oh, this one was fantastic. I would highly, highly recommend this candle. This is one that I would purchase again. It is a lovely fall fragrance. So that is it in terms of all of the candles that I finished burning for the second half of the month. I did do a mid-July candle empties, and I honestly have been really thankful that I decided to do that, because it helps me just kind of like obviously not have to hold on to so many candles for an entire month, but also I feel like then when I am doing this video, I can give a little bit more detailed thoughts about each candle instead of trying to like push through and get them done fairly quickly. But yeah, I'm still pretty happy with how many candles I finished burning through the month of July, especially because I was gone for an entire week. So I think that puts me at a total of around, I think total between my two videos, I've finished burning 20 candles, but I'll give a more accurate update to that in my collection series video. So before I go, you guys, here's my quick little PSA. I did just want to touch on this really quickly because I am noticing this when I am watching other content creators, and I just wanted to put this out here. I do know that we here in the United States, we are coming upon election season and election cycle going on, and I don't like watching the political ads any more than I think a lot of you guys do. So what I did want to put out there for all of you guys is that I don't know, I have looked for a way to be able to turn off, like not turn off ads, but like filter out to see if like, I don't want political ads basically on my videos, but they are there. You know, my channel is monetized. And so basically I have not been able to figure out a way yet, if there is a way to be able to turn off or like filter through what kind of ads you want showing on my channel. If you are another content creator who knows how to do that, please feel free to send me a DM or comment down below how I can do that. But as of right now, I haven't figured that out. So what I want to say is that if you see political ads on my videos or probably any other content creators' videos, please know that I am not espousing any kind of political views here on my channel. Do I participate in our election process and am I an informed voter? Absolutely, yes, I am. But this is not the place for me to espouse political views. And so I just wanted you to know that if you happen to see, you know, whatever advertisements you're going to see on my channel probably up until election day, please know that they may not actually reflect my own personal views, and same with other creators. So I do just always like to put that out there because I know that we are in a very highly cancel culture, crazy, let's just be honest, crazy political climate these days. And anyways, I just wanted to put that out there. So this is a place where I want it to always be fun and light and to kind of talk about frivolous things that, you know, you can find plenty of other creators who will appease your viewpoints or give you more information if you are seeking it, but I am not going to be one of them. So anyways, there's my PSA for the day. Again, you guys, please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful or if you enjoyed it. Helps me out, helps you out. If you are new to my channel, I would love to have you join our little family that we have going on here. I love to talk all things candles. I do an empties video like this, like I said, twice a month. I have a candle collection update where I share with you what candles I declutter every month. And I actually give you a number of how many candles are in my collection because I've been on kind of a little journey this year to be very intentional about what I am bringing in, what I am using up. So that's always kind of a fun series. I do a lot of dedicated reviews, candle hauls, and everything in between. So if you find yourself wanting to stick around for more candle content, please hit that subscribe button. YouTube should be suggesting a couple of other videos at the end of this one if you want to stick around for more. But I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.